guys? Tar Heel Will here, back again. Saturday morning, hoping everybody's having a great morning so far down here in South Carolina. It is a little rainy outside, a little muggy, but we'll make it for today because we got some great basketball later on today. Just like last night, we had some, the two number ones went down last night. So no more number ones in the tournament. And so at this point, anybody can win. We got some good games today, but that's not what we're talking about. What we're going to talk about today is news in North Carolina. So one thing that broke the other day is Jalen Washington is coming back, which, maybe I wasn't too worried about him, or maybe I just wasn't even thinking about it for the most part because I was thinking about the others. But I think that's a good returner right there. From what I saw this year with him, he has good potential. He's a big man. More playing time, I think he gets way better. So that's definitely, with him and Baycott down low, I think that's going to be a good combination. And hopefully he'll get more playing time this year because I think Hubert does know, and because Hubert did admit the other day or last week, he had trouble managing the bench, which we all knew. And as a coach, I get it because I had trouble doing that too. So managing the bench is definitely something that is important to do because my first year I did it, I didn't do that well. And then my second year I was better at it and we did better. And there was players that stood out that I didn't, they just stood out. So now the big news is RJ Davis is back, the leader of the team. He's the one that's going to push it. I think he has that energy. I think the ball's in his hand more than next year. He has the control. I think he's going to be the go-to. And with that being said, I think that's why Caleb Love will not come back. Or he will go to the pros or transfer. Caleb Love's not going to be back because if you think about it, a couple years ago, Caleb was the point guard, and then RJ was a backup, and then Caleb started doing some of his antics, and RJ took over. And since RJ took over, he took over last year right before we hit our run too. If we go back and look at that, so RJ has been the captain, and ever since that move, Caleb has not played as well. If you think about it, yeah, he had some big shots and some big games here and there, but I don't think Caleb can handle him not having the ball in his hand, even though he's a better player without the ball in his hand, in my opinion. But I think that's why Caleb Love won't come back because RJ's back. But right there with RJ, Armando, and Jalen Washington right there, that's three of the starters. We could have some of those transfers that we're looking at coming in as a starter. Hopefully we get one of those guys from the Ivy League, I think. I got Brown in another team. So I think we bring in, and those two guys that we're looking at had good three-point shooting percentages. Now, that was in the Ivy League. Let's see what it would account in ACC play. So RJ coming back, I want to read what kind of RJ said as far as he was going to come back. This is from RJ. He said, "I wanted to honor the commitment I made to my mom to earn a degree." He told Adam Lucas that. "And I wanted to recommit to Carolina to be the leader I know I can be. Last season did not end the way I wanted." So, to me that says, well, he's honoring his commitment, which I think students should do that anyway, that he made it to his mom, and he knows he's going to be the leader of the team, and he knows that he didn't play that well this season. He's ready to come back. This would be the redemption tour for that one. And I think, he knows that he wasn't going to be drafted high if he got drafted. He probably was going to not be drafted. He wasn't even, and he's an undersized guard like I've mentioned in many of my videos before, but I think that was his best decision. Another thing that he wrote, he said, "Change is not always a bad thing. It builds character. I'm a winner, and I look forward to playing with a team that is willing to do whatever it takes to gel and win together. Most importantly, we're going to bring Carolina basketball back. I'm all in. I love this school, and I love to compete." So there, I think he's set, and I think him and Armando definitely are ready. Now, in other topics going on around with Rick Pitino getting the job at St. John's now. There was a lot of rumors that Ian Jackson would maybe transfer out and all this stuff and pull a Gigi Jackson on us and all this stuff. He came in. He said he's 100% committed. And let's see what he said. I think I have that right. It said he came in and said, the rumors are not true. Coach Pitino is at St. John's and is a Hall of Fame coach, but my plan is to stay at North Carolina. I'm 100% committed. So I guess Rick Pitino was trying to get him to come, maybe reached out to him. But you know what? He's doing what any other coach would do. But I'm glad that Jackson came out and made the statement. I know that Gigi Jackson and his family kind of did the same thing right before he decommitted. But I don't think that's going to be the case here. I think this is what we're going to get. Then the other thing was Simon Welcher. I guess he was catching some heat and people were asking him things about, people leaving. Do they still want to go to Hubert Davis and all that nonsense that's going on with all the talk about us, which, you know what, I like when we have a chip on our back. But he said was in an interview, he made a comment that said he knows what he's got signed up for at UNC. He knows what he signed up for, and he's ready for what he signed up for. So some of these rumors and wishes and wants from other fan bases that you want these players to leave, you want us, you to get these players. These guys are coming to UNC. I think that, and I'm telling you right now, these players that Hubert Davis is getting will win him a championship. I think I made a bet with one of my buddies yesterday. He gave me 3 years for Hubert to win a national championship. That's an easy bet in my opinion. Easy bet. Because Hubert Davis is the guy. I believe in Hubert Davis. And I want Hubert Davis. I knew Hubert Davis was going to be the coach after Roy left anyway. That's why they brought him in. I don't know why people were surprised. I don't know why there's even a conversation. But Hubert Davis is the guy. Just like we had to give other coaches time to get their players. Because every time we did that, they won a championship. I mean, look at Roy. We had to give him a couple of years. He got his championship. Then he got us another one. So what can you say? Because Roy got what, 3? Yeah, so he got his 3 with Tyler, with Joel Berry, and with, I'm going blank, Sean May and them. Yeah, so he got 3, and we had to give him a couple of years, and then even after we won, we went NIT, and we had to build back. So this is like the circle of life in basketball. This is how it goes. And I've had an argument with a buddy the other day he was saying that about the whole NIT thing. I agree that we shouldn't play, but whatever. I have a video on that, so you probably can go watch that. But he's a Clemson fan, so let's just say that out loud. Let's throw that out there. But he was talking about how we feel entitled, that we just took our ball and ran, and since we can't win the big tournament, blah, 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 and that we look stupid. And I made the comment that all that is, and for us, people to call us stupid and that's the wrong decision to do that. All it is a reason for other fan bases to jump on to talk about UNC. People are talking like we've been down for 10 years, like we haven't won in 10 years, and that like we're still this team that says we're going to win every year and we never win. We were in the national championship last year, and we've won run in the past 10 years. So why are we talking about like North Carolina basketball has been dead for years? Like we had a bad season. Like the people who are talking, their team had the same bad season. This is a Clemson fan that I'm talking to. He's saying y'all are entitled. If you can't win this, he was like, you should have played better to be in the NCAA tournament. Yeah, you're right. So, and you also if you have the option to decline the invite, what's the big deal? You don't have to play in it. But say what you want. Hubert's the guy. We will win that championship within the next 3 years. Possibly next year, honestly. I hope so, because it's going to rub it in his face. But I just think that's it for today. Also, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. And I will see you next time. Watch the games today.